Well, they're obviously watching our media and our president. Maybe clips like this that are going viral also are sinking into Xi Jinping. This is Kevin O'Leary, of course, Shark Tank fame. Here's what he says about the number that President Trump should impose on a tariff to China.
104% tariffs on China are not enough. I'm advocating 400%. I do business in China. They don't play by the rules. They've been in the WTO for decades. They have never abided by any of the rules they agreed to when they came in for decades. They cheat, they steal IP. I can't litigate in their courts. It's just not about tariffs anymore. Nobody has taken on China yet, not the Europeans, no administration for decades. As someone who actually does business there, I've had enough.
Sounds like the president has as well, Gordon. And now I guess it is a bit of a standoff. Where do you fall on this today?
Well, I love the idea of 400% tariffs or 4,000% tariffs, but it doesn't really matter. That would be the end of trade with China. And we need to step back because, remember, China uses the proceeds of trade to build its military and to fund its assaults on the United States. So from a strategic point of view and from a moral point of view, we shouldn't be trading with these guys. Now, of course, that's not the dominant view in this country. The president doesn't hold that view. But I think we're going to see a fundamentally different trading relationship, as Mitchell just suggested, because of these tariffs, which will alter the way the U.S. deals with the world. And that's a really good thing because the current path was clearly unsustainable.
Very much so. And there's refinancing of our debt that's coming out. So we watch this. We watch the reaction. I want to play a little bit of Republican Senator Tom Tillis, though, talking to Jamison Greer, United States Trade Representative. Obviously, there's more hearings today. But this was what his concerns were if things don't work out. Let's play this.
In management consulting, we like to focus on is this concept of one throat to choke. In other words, when you're finally taking a look at a strategy, someone has to own it. And you can't say that it's the president or the vice president. Because it's a novel approach, it needs to be thought out. Whose throat do I get to choke if this proves to be wrong?
Well, Senator, you can certainly always talk to me. But
are you at the tip of the spear?
Well, I'm at the tip of the spear, for certainly.
President Trump is saying, be cool. Great time to buy. Why are we talking about choking people's throats? I mean, shouldn't we just sort of take a collective deep breath here and watch this play out, Mitchell?
Yeah, look, I think that I don't know why they're being hyperbolic in the Senate, but I mean, they need a little bit more drama. I mean, this is the United States just trying to get to parity and bring back what we're owed. Why should we be taking a beating every time when we enter into a trade agreement? It's the first time we've had a businessman in the White House. The debt is a significant problem, and this will help us level out the debt or part of the debt, but the debt is a gigantic problem, and that's why stocks have come down so much. And what we've got to keep in perspective is in the stock market, 7,000 billion has been wiped out in market cap because of overvaluation. 7,000 billion, which is 7 trillion. And I don't think people understand the enormous amount that a trillion is anymore because you just hear all these numbers flying around and they don't have that. But tomorrow's inflation data is going to be very important for the markets.
Final thoughts, Gordon, in our last 20 seconds or so. There is a Secretary General of the Chinese Passenger Car Association. He's basically saying, you know, these are going to have a disastrous impact on economies like Southeast Asia. So when you see Japan, Vietnam, Korea coming in, China knows if they don't strike a deal, this is their market cap. This is their share going to other countries, no?
Yes, and China is an extraordinarily export-dependent economy. It's the only way that Xi Jinping is going to rescue a grim situation because China is probably contracting right now. So China has a big stake in this. And as Mitchell said, they've got to be the ones who cave. The only way we lose this trade war is if President Trump loses his nerve. And I don't see that happening.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.